things that may not even necessarily be things that other people find joy in. So it's like a number one thing to do.
I love that.
Yeah, like
Maybe you're not someone who likes to go get squash from the grocery store. Maybe.
yeah, like maybe you're not that kind of person. Maybe you don't want a family. Maybe you know, like gardening or something like that. Like you don't have to do what other people do, and you don't have to follow societal norms that make, you know, whatever makes other people happy doesn't have to make you happy. Like you can be happy with other things, you know? Um so yeah. Another thing is at the end of the day,
Can I move this up a little?
do whatever you want.
I just don't like
At the end of the day,
like
the main purpose of, you know, staying true to yourself is finding things that you like. So I think I just said that actually. I'm losing my train of thought, but I did just want to say that if anyone is ever struggling with kind of like, if anyone is struggling at all, like you need to probably see someone to get professional help. There's apps that are available for this. There's hotlines to call for this type of stuff.
ChatGPT.
You know, there's ChatGPT, there's Google, because you may be dealing with, you know, this person could be dealing with a hormonal imbalance that's kind of messing with their brain, yada, yada, yada. So at the end of the day, it's really important to be self-aware, which this person is, and then find resources to get help and spend a lot more time in gratitude. Next question.
I agree with that 1,000%. Spending more time in gratitude always helps, even if it's in like a minute kind of way at first, even if it's not in the most, even if it's not like instant gratification kind of feel. I definitely do think that eventually, the gratitude will catch up to you for sure. So, I agree with that.
Our dogs are whining. All right, here we go.
I always do like a low light. I never do.
There's a lot of pictures of people's faces on Reddit. That's kind of weird. My Reddit is so much more. Ooh.
I'd rather hear like actually I don't care. I don't know where my cream soda went though. I'd love to have that. But I left it somewhere.
What does AITAH mean?
Am I the asshole maybe?
Ooh, thank you. Okay.
I don't even know how I knew that.
All right, well, this is an inaugural question.
No, I'm not touching on that. I'm not.
I want to touch on it. This question says, how do you feel about Elon Musk's salute during the inauguration? And my response to that is...
It's completely unacceptable.
Okay. And my real response to that is stop gaslighting people. Okay?
Which is never going to happen because this country is built on gaslighting.
Maybe society might be altogether.
And you think other countries too? I learned that Sri Lanka has a real economy, the only free economy. Open economy. I learned that. So
Interesting.
maybe I guess it's just society as a whole.
All right.
Are you a Reddit user? 50-50? I am a Reddit user. We're doing some Reddit reviews, some questions, all of the above. I can get this in here actually. See, with the light. I can take this off, but in here is going to get really bright.
No, just do this. Okay.
I don't mind it.
All right, the next question. Let's get some going here. Oh my god.
A 10 out of 10.
10 out of 10.
It's not unreal. This is predicted. I've gotta let it go.
What the fuck are these brown specks coming off his dog? Uh-oh. Am I the asshole on Reddit says, am I the asshole for telling my wife to stop playing Roblox and do her duties as a parent?
Oh, man.
My wife and I have always tried to keep the housework pretty evenly split between us. For example, I mow the lawn and do the laundry and dishes, and she meal plans, cooks, and picks up and drops off the kids. Lately, this has all changed because she's become addicted to a game called Roblox.
I don't believe it.
Well, you like these games a lot, don't you?
Everyone's obsessed with Roblox.
Not me. I'm not really. But, yeah.
Brawlhalla. She loves Brawlhalla.
I do like Brawlhalla. But I do think that you need to divorce your wife.
No, I don't agree with that. Give her some grace. I mean, come on. Roblox is very addicting. It's no one's fault they get addicted to Roblox. Now, could you call for an intervention? Yeah, maybe. But I don't think you should just completely write her off. So, if you're the asshole that posted that. Oh, no, I mean, if you think you're the asshole that posted that.
Uh-oh.
And you see this.
Okay, this one says, stop taking pictures of strangers without their consent. It's creepy. Do you take pictures of people in public?
No.
Like at the gym or
No,
like at the grocery store, like if they're doing something bizarre. I've accepted my fate that people are probably taking photographs of me in different places, and like I could end up in a situation where I'm doing something weird and I just like don't care.
Okay,
it's a chance you take.
I kind of agree with that. It's the chance you take. Like sometimes
leaving your house is the public. So
I know, but it definitely is a little bit weird.
I'll be back in just a minute. She's gonna take over. I've got to take these dogs to Disney World.
It definitely is a little bit weird. I partially do not agree with it, taking pictures of people in public, but when push comes to shove, it is public, so you probably are going to be taken a photo of. I know people probably have taken pictures of me in public because I am very silly in public, so I guess it all really just depends on the vibe and what is happening. If that makes any real sense, which I think it does. This must be a Wattpad story. This is not real. Some of these Reddits are not even real. I see them and it's like, there's no way this is real. This is not real. Yeah, that's pretty good. I'm pretty sure I just cut mine. This is insane. This is absolutely insane. Oh my god, hey Jolene. I'm on Reddit tonight with my sister, but she just went out for a minute, so... But yeah, do you use Reddit? And if you do, what does your Reddit feed look like? Mine looks like bass guitars, senior dogs, anime, and manifestation stuff. I'm kind of telling on myself, but kind of like here and there. If you have like a question you need to find, you'll go on Reddit and like, or if you're like going through a situation, you like go on Reddit and be like, oh, let me see if this is for me, because I honestly do the same thing sometimes. See, like mine is gonna be like dogs, but usually older dogs, like senior dogs, because I love dogs so much. Yeah, it is pretty cool. It's kind of like, it's just like a comment section, just completely no, I don't know, it's like Twitter or Threads, but it's like you can go into specific forums or like groups and they will be targeted or centered to your specific thing. I'm not that good at explaining things, but it's, if you ever want to check it out one day, you can find a lot of fun things on there. I tend to sometimes. Yeah, so like you remember using it, but at the moment you kind of don't, kind of vibe. I use it all the time. Like if I have a question about something, or if I want to go read like people's opinions, like this says, is it really that weird slash uncommon to stay inside all day? Do you think it's weird and uncommon to stay inside all day? Be honest. Like, do you go out a lot or do you stay in, and are you okay with it? Be honest. This person said, I am grown and I live on my own. I stayed inside all day today but felt guilty about it. I just did it because it is really frigid here and I didn't want to risk frostbite. I just called my dad about 30 minutes ago and he asked me, what have I been doing all day? And if I stayed in all day. I told him I stayed and he replied, so you didn't go outside all day? That's kind of strange. Is it really unusual though? Even when the weather is okay, it is kind of unusual, right? Lol. I want to stay in more often when I am off, except maybe go for a walk. I don't mind staying in. I stay in all the time. And the thing is, like, some of the stuff on Reddit is not even real. It's so obvious that people are, like, just putting this, like, randomly. That's so silly. There's some that are like really silly on here. They don't even make any sense, like for real. If you could erase any anime from your memory to experience again, which would it be? And it's the one they have on here. Literally. Attack on Titan. Of course, I'll see you later, Jolene. Thanks for stopping by. I never do this. This is like surfboard or something. There's a puppy in here, but I don't have time for it. Steins Gate. I don't think I've ever watched Steins Gate. We have 30 more minutes for Monday. Well, like 28, 22. 22 more minutes for Monday, and that's okay. No Monday blues, though. We're just chilling. Vinland Saga. Haikyuu. Claymore. These are not bad. These are not bad ones. These are kind of solid. Just a little bit. Darling in the France. Pick up girls in a dungeon. Charlotte, Chivalry of Failed Knight. Angel Beats, Blue Lock, Fire Force. Classroom of the Elite. No, it did not get good at the end. At the end, it was not right. It was a mess.
Alright, I'm back. What's poppin'?
Alright. I saw this one, which was funny to me. This right here.
Uh-oh.
But this is...
Here we go. Here the fuck we go.
Here's a forum if you want to go in there.
Let's dip into that. Am I the asshole for telling my fiance his mom's posts thirst traps on Instagram to get likes for attention from men? His mom? Okay. I, 30, female, went to the gym this afternoon. Usually my fiance, 31, male, and I go together. But he was so sick, so I ended up going myself. When I was done, I called him so we could talk while I drove. We don't live together yet. During the call, I was telling him I posted an Insta story showing my legs even though it was my upper body day because I was wearing a hoodie and so my arm muscles would not show. It was just a random and insignificant comment. But then he started telling me as a joke that I did it for male validation and attention. At first I just laughed and ignored the comment and said that I liked how my legs looked. He continued mocking me and saying I needed other men's attention to post to see if I caught something and blah, 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 blah. I got upset and jokingly replied, with your mom. He said, what? And I said, your mom posts pics to get men's attention and likes, basically what he said to me. This is completely false. And I absolutely love his mom. I just wanted to make a point. And for him to realize that... Why are you looking at me like that? Because I'm reading a little bit slow. It's because I'm eating crackers.
No, I'm listening.
I'm having so much fun with my crackers.
I'm listening.
He immediately told me not to involve his mom and that he would hang up on me, and I was rude.
Yes, you're the asshole.
See,
I'm kidding.
I said, see? It's not a nice thing to say, right? You don't want me to say that about your mom, but you think it's okay to say about me? And he said he was not offended. He just didn't want me to involve other people. I told him he knows it was a rude thing to say. Otherwise, he wouldn't be mad that I said the same thing about his mom. He kept saying I was wrong and that it was a lie. And I wouldn't be so offended. I hung up on him because I was so mad. And I expected him to call me back immediately to apologize. But he did not. Was I the asshole?
I don't
P.S.
think
My
so.
picture was not even that bad or revealing. It was just a mirror selfie. And I was wearing a hoodie and shorts.
I think he can dish it, but he can't take it.
Ooh. Okay, so... let's be real, girl. You know you were posting that photo for, like, a thirst trap.
No.
No?
I don't think so.
Get a load of this girl, okay?
Yeah. Oh, brother.
Oh, brother. Free of charge. So, I wouldn't say it was like a thirst trap necessarily, because I don't know what you were up to, but I feel like if a simple conversation or like a simple thing that you're doing like that, because I feel like that's such a common thing people do on social media.
Why
like,
is it
just take a
immediately
picture and, like,
he just must be bored because he's sick, so he's trying to start an argument.
yeah, so he's sick, right? So, like, maybe he's, like, a little bit, you know, irritable. But secondly, first of all, girl, you don't have to tell him when you're posting these photos. Like, just post your photo and move on. Period. Second of all, a simple thing like this should not turn into an argument. And also, I will say, you got a little offended, which, like, you don't have to get offended by, like, everything people tell you. Like, I know
Unless
it's your
it's true.
partner, and, like, you like them, and you care about you value their opinion, but you don't have to get, like, super, offended when people tell you things. Like, to me, when you get super offended, there's some underlying feeling that is possibly true. So maybe you did also feel like it was a little bit of a thirst trap, or you know other people do it to thirst trap, and you didn't want that person to think you were doing the same thing other people were doing because maybe you're judgmental about thirst traps. I don't know. That's kind of what it sounds like to me. So you getting offended is a little bit like, I don't think you have to get offended by that. And second of all, going to your mom, it's always funny, you know, your mama jokes. But I also...
it can be a little inappropriate.
But I do think it's a little inappropriate. Like, why bother? So, yeah, you are the asshole. He's the asshole, too.
Everybody's an asshole.
I guess two assholes do work it out, so, you know.
Two assholes make a butthole.
Two assholes make booty noodles.
That was funny.
Shout out to the person who tweeted the line booty noodles, which is so ridiculous. I think they were talking about chitlins or chitterlings.
Chitterlings.
Basically sausage casings that people do.
What's the most unforgettable U.S. state?
Unforgettable?
Come on.
New York, stand the fuck up!
Yeah, I was gonna say either New York or I was gonna say Vegas. Or I was going to say... I feel like New York is iconic, you know? It's like globally iconic. But I definitely think, like, Florida is also iconic because a lot of people... Oh, wait, no,
are
this
always
is the
hating on
most
Florida.
forgettable, sorry.
Well, we're starting with unforgettable for now. And then I would say, like, the big four in the U.S. are definitely Florida, New York, California, Texas.
Texas. Oh my god. See, I forget about Texas. Oh, it's my most forgettable state.
Ooh.
I forget about Texas all the time.
I would
even
say
though
my
it's such a
most
big
forgettable state that I just never think about is probably, like, those Midwest,
state. Like Utah.
like Wyoming and, like,
Oklahoma.
Montana. No, I think about Oklahoma a lot. I don't know. Like, Oklahoma runs through my mind often.
That's so stupid.
Maybe, like, Nebraska. I never remember. No, I'm going to say probably, like, Iowa. Iowa, Idaho, South Dakota. Basically anything I'm not saying because I don't remember them right now. I'm just kidding.
Idaho.
Iowa. I used to live in Idaho.
Yeah, Idaho. I would say I forget about Wyoming a lot and Washington, the state.
Okay.
I forget in Texas. I forget about Texas all the time, and I have no clue why.
What about like Arizona?
No,
Or New Mexico? Utah?
No, I
Colorado?
remember. Yeah, Colorado.
Maine, New Hampshire,
Maine. Yeah, I forget about those states.
Rhode Island, Delaware.
No, I always remember. Like you said, Oklahoma.
Yeah.
I always remember Delaware. I don't know why.
You don't know why? Wasn't it the first state? I don't know who you are.
No.
But you keep popping up on this freaking Reddit thread. Like, you go, girl. You're moving too slow. Oh, the pen is not on. How do we turn that on? Obrigada. Obrigada.
Oh, I'm about so sleepy. I'm pretty sure my throat is...
We're not going to stay on here for very long, but we are going to continue. We're going to come back prepared to do our Reddits.
I feel really
Our
prepared.
Reddit reviews. Well, you're not, because all I'm getting is dog videos.
Don't be shitty about it, because...
And I have I have on my Reddit, I have the best.
Well, why didn't you get that sorted out?
Because I wasn't prepared.
Okay.
I had no shame in my game.
Okay,
No shame in
I'm
my
just
game.
making sure. I'm just making sure I'm not the one that's like, I'm not prepared, because I feel pretty prepared. I feel I'm pretty prepared.
Okay, and we haven't been on live for a while, so just being here is kind of crazy.
I'm pretty sure my throat is scratchy for some reason, and it's pissing me off. I really hope I'm not sick or have an ear infection or something.
What?
My ear is like, I woke up in my
Okay,
ear.
I just want to like shout out to everybody online, and I need you guys to like stop doomsdaying stuff. I understand that the state of the world feels, you know, depending on where you line yourself up right now, it feels a little bit
Baby.
unusual or reminiscent of a past time that wasn't particularly good. However,
The Gilded Age?
all of that, all of it. But doomsdaying is not going to help at this point. You got to keep your mind focused, and you got to manifest the things you desire, okay? So going down the rabbit hole of what is and what ain't and what used to be is not going to work, because it doesn't matter at this point. All that matters at this point is staying the course. Keeping your mind right, doing your self-care, staying on top of all of the things you need to stay on top of to keep yourself healthy. Because you can't do anything right if you're not healthy. You can't defend yourself or stay protected or be healthy. Wait. You can't do anything if you're not healthy. So you got to keep your brain healthy. So like, stop going down the rabbit hole of negativity. Be aware, but also
Don't internalize.
don't internalize anything. Like, you know what you are. You are a person who is ordained. Now, this question says, why is the anus so much smaller than the rectum? I'm not answering that tonight. I'm sorry.
No, because I have
No,
something.
we're not going into that. We're not going into booty noodles tonight. Sorry.
I guess there's a time and a place.
There's
for
a
that.
time and a place, and it's not in this space tonight.
Oh, I like that.
Okay, all right. Ooh, let's get into this one. Why are some men so nice to everyone except their own spouses? You know what?
I don't know anything about men.
Yeah, I don't even think this is like, we can like just make this people. Why are people so much nicer to everyone outside of their personal people?
Because they know everything about them. And
I
they
think
just
so.
Feel they have no respect for their respect for them is lower. The more
Yeah.
you know about someone, the more comfier you are with them. The
I
more
agree.
you feel like you can just do whatever and show all your flaws to them.
I agree.
Well, that could be true. If you're not
Yeah.
a person that's willing to work on your flaws or maybe like have them pointed out, then it's just going to be a shit show. To me, at least. I mean, when you don't know someone, you view them so highly, you think like, wow, they could be this and that and everything in a bag of chips. So you treat them way better than you treat people who are close to you, not just your spouse, but your sister.
I actually think you treat me pretty well. And I think when you're aware, I completely agree with everything you say. I think that the way to find solutions to this is to have conversations about the fact that this can happen. So like,
but some people don't
when
want to.
you become close to people, it's very easy for, you know, both parties to kind of take for granted a person. And so I think that in many ways, like, being aware that that can happen is something that you have to, you know, establish and then say, we're not going to do that. So that's why I think a lot of times people in this question from Reddit says, why are some men, some women nicer to everyone except their own spouse? Is because there's never a conversation about the fact that, like, you need to maintain a certain level of principles with people that you're with in a personal space.
Okay, so you're talking about solutions. You're saying why it... Oh no, I guess that answers the question.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like the reason
Mine is like
because
the
you don't
psychological response, and yours is like
Mine
because
is just like,
no one's talking. No one says like, "Hey, I know everything about you, and I know."
I don't want to take you for granted.
Yeah.
And I am taking you for... Nobody ever talks like that. So like, if you're never going to admit that you take people for granted because you know them so well, that's why you're going to get treated badly. Or that's why people are going to treat you badly. So like, a conversation is a solution about that whole thing. And then also just like in general, you know, when people know your vulnerabilities, people are human. They can get really, really... People can become really human, which is really primal and really survival instinct of them and defensive and all of those things that can like make people treat other people poorly. So that's why. Next question. Okay. This question says, I screwed up my life at 30. I have nothing, no job, no career, years and years of unemployment and underemployment. Oh my, I'm having a little bit of difficulty. I got a little crackers.
Get into that throat and talk like you're supposed to.
I think so. I don't know how to fix anything. Okay. I want to say, first of all, everybody has something. Everybody has a mind that can be trained.
The first thing you have to do is show yourself compassion. Right here, this person said, I'm overwhelmed by regrets and change of careers. It might feel shitty, but you don't have to make it feel shitty. You can go within and say, gosh, I'm kind of upset that this happened, but it's okay. It happened and it's in the past, and I forgive myself for it. And I must focus on the future so that my future is much better than my past.
Show yourself compassion, period. That's like the number one. I love, my sister always reminds me of that, because it's so easy to start like self-talking in like the ways that you're gonna just like either feel sorry for yourself and then feel guilty that you're feeling sorry for yourself. So then just like have some compassion for yourself. But secondly, nobody's life is screwed up even when you're 99 years old, because life is meant to be lived. Mistakes, flaws, everything is all meant to be happening in life. So, you know, also the whole job career thing is like, you will find your place, and maybe your place is to be a person who does years of unemployment and underemployment. Maybe you're supposed to float like the rock we're floating on right now. Okay? So relax and find gratitude.
Okay. Is that Leah Remini?
No.
What's supposed to say? No.
Okay. Somebody said, I'm scared. We all know what happened today, and we all know what's already being discussed and spewed by him. I am scared. Okay, I don't know what you're talking about, what happened today, because today is a great day.
Yeah, it's Monday.
It's Monday. No Monday blues. And it's MLK Day. It's a holiday. And you are breathing and you are living. So scrap all that and focus on the good stuff, and that's what will come to you. Anyone else not ever used TikTok whatsoever? Not a moral judgment about those who did or anything, but I've never downloaded it and tried to
do it. You are missing out, baby.
Well,
I'm not even the craziest TikTok user, but there are some good things on there, some funny good things, and you do see them. They go over to Instagram after, but they usually start on TikTok first.
Okay, that's what's up. I have a TikTok. I've had TikTok for years, probably since like 2017 or 2018. And I have a few TikToks. I'm going to be a little bit more present on TikTok, but generally speaking, I don't know that TikTok or any specific, there are phenomenal social media mediums, and everybody finds their place. So you might not be on TikTok, but you on Reddit, girl. You on Reddit. And that's fine. Just find your space, find your place, and have some fun. Don't judge anybody. I wasn't really a person that was like bummed out by the TikTok 15-hour ban or whatever it was. But I think it's just another social media place, which is just like, pen pal through the phone. So that's kind of how I feel about it. Ooh. Employer says it's highly illegal to discuss pay. I work for a very small company that has a lot of drama, to put it lightly. In a heated message to all the employees, my boss stated it's highly illegal to discuss pay, and this is grounds for an immediate termination without prior notice. Baby.
Get the fuck up out of there.
Period. Also, it's not. So you can contact some legal counsel and, see if you can get out of your contract. Okay, here's another one. Hot takes on Reddit. I think my fiance values politics more than our relationship. The only time my fiance seems to be happy to have a conversation with me is when he wants to discuss politics. I noticed this a little over a year ago. He's become obsessed with politics to the point where he, instead of supporting me for getting a job interviewed, he raised his concerns about the hiring company's benefits not aligning with his political opinions. 8 out of 10 times when he is on the phone, he's consuming political content. Recently, we got into a bad argument that I unintentionally started because I asked why would he rather talk about politics than to just check up on each other or talk about new life events going on between us. I told him I felt our connection is no longer filled with love and genuine care. Handled with such love and care. You do it much better than me. I used to not mind it, but I really did appreciate him being vulnerable. But every hour he brings up politics. Now it seems he's progressively become more aggressive with his thoughts and opinions. Every day when he comes home from work, he talks about politics. He talks about how much he hates the world and how corrupt people are. Hearing this every day is really draining and has me questioning if my presence has any value to him. How can I reassure him we have each other while also being a safe space for him to share his feelings? Baby. Shout out to Shamar. Big Marco.
Well, first of all, I think that you don't need to feel crazy in your relationship.
Period.
I do think that if he's constantly talking about politics, it can be very exhausting. And if he doesn't want to stop, then maybe he needs a therapist, because you can't deal with that.
Like, I feel, okay, so 2 things. Some people don't need compatibility in their relationships. Like, romance is enough. I'm not gonna make this about me, because it's not about me.
Yeah, but that's a good thing too.
If that's a thing, if you don't feel like you need to be compatible with your partner and like romance is enough, but you're still lacking romance, maybe you can have them find people that want to talk about politics, and they can go do that somewhere with those people. And then when they come home, it's off limits, and then you guys can have a fun time.
But that feels so shitty, because it's supposed to be like, this is my partner. Like, we're supposed to be like intimate and relatable.
I agree. So that's why I'm saying, but I don't think everybody needs like compatibility.
Some people just need kissy.
Some people just want to kiss, and that's fine. I guess.
Well, if it's exhausting you, then the kiss is not worth it.
Okay, so
I guess I'm speaking from a subjective standpoint.
I'm speaking from an objective standpoint, and if romance is more important to you, then you can find solutions such that the romance stays over here and then the outer compatibility elements are over here, which for me, I don't know if I would be interested in doing that, because I do think that you have to kind of like the people that you're around and with, right? Right?
I don't know anymore.
I don't know. But otherwise, girl, move on. Dump him. Get another one.
There's someone at the door.
Oh, uh-oh. No, I'm on the phone.
Weren't you sleeping?
Yes. I woke up in the morning.
They're laying by the door.
Lock them out. Just lock them out, Ketsy. Ketsy's being a big old dragon.
Oh, this is a good one. Gym bro lifestyle normalizes male eating disorders, does it? Do men at UCF feel that the gym bro culture is a bit toxic and normalizes some toxic things? It heavily exists in gym, and anyone experiences firsthand themselves looking to speak to someone who is experiencing this problem. Okay,
Yeah, a lot
so
of
there's
these
some
men have
answers
eating
on here,
disorders.
but a lot of dudes have eating disorders, and I feel like it's one of those things that kind of goes unchecked because it's supposed to be something that's feminine and like
yeah,
it's like
I
a girl,
agree.
like girls are only the ones that have to like cope with, you know, body dysmorphic disorder, but a lot of men have body dysmorphic disorder.
Just
And I
because
want
they're
to
so
say,
vain.
exactly, because men are so vain, a lot of times they objectify women and they objectify their partners, just not their only, you know, female partners, but if they have any kind of partnership, they objectify their partners so much that because they're doing that, they also
Objectify
internalize
themselves.
period. So yes, I do think like the gym bro culture, or like culture of like people being in the gym a lot, particularly in men, is definitely
A little bit
normalizing it's toxic and normalizing their eating disorders and their BDD, body dysmorphic
Save
disorder.
this one. Upload this one. That's so crazy. I haven't been able to.
Yeah, my mind right now is so like, you know, I'm like stumbling
You
over my
agree, is
words and all
that?
this kind of stuff. Yeah, so this
Look how random that is. Huh. Now I have to apply there.
Facts. Once you become a certain age, it's your responsibility to unlearn behaviors that hinder your growth as a person. I absolutely believe that. You cannot blame people from your past
I agree.
for the rest of your life. Move on.
I wouldn't say it that harshly, but I would say like you can't continue being a shitty person or doing shitty things just because you're trauma bonded to bullshit. Especially in 2024, like we have all this technology, we can look up stuff. You can text ChatGPT and ask ChatGPT, how can I have a better day? And ChatGPT will tell you. So I agree with that, even though I'm Is that just him or is it Fernie? Frankie! Frank! Who is it whining? Fernie's laying down.
I gotta go. The dogs are pissing me off.
Alright, bye everyone.
We'll be back another time, and we're gonna be a little bit more prepared to do all types
I
of
feel
shit.
extremely prepared. I feel that this was an
So
amazing
then you should stay on live
live.
and keep going.
No. I'm gonna maybe make a video.
Yeah, your makeup looks really cool, and this thing you got going on here.
The eyebrow piercing, it's a little bit uneven.
Alright, bye. See you next time. Say bye to Figs. Figs is in the room.
Did you see that?
Yeah, this dog's pissing me off.
That was crazy. What the fuck?
People probably thought I was about to be on here acting like a damn coon.